temperatures this high, playing sports can lead to heat exhaustion. Top it off with all those sugary sports drinks, and you could have a dangerous combination. So here to help keep your kids safe is kids fitness trainer Bob Davis, the founder of Strength of America Incorporated. Great to have you here, Bob.
Good to be back.
Okay, I always wonder, when kids are exercising, of course they need, a bit of a boost, but how much water should they be drinking, and then how much of these sports drinks should they be drinking?
Yeah, great question. The big problem is, initially, really, water is the first thing they want to drink. They should be drinking at least 8 to 10 glasses a day. And I know it's a common thing they talk about, but it really has to be done. And that's a minimum, not just getting up. You don't want to drink it all on the way to practice. That's throughout the day, morning, afternoon, evening, throughout the day to get ready for it. But then when you're at the event, the practice of the games, you have to have more calories. And that's when the sports drinks come in.
But how much is too much?
Generally, if you drink one of those 32-ounce drinks throughout a practice and water in between, that's perfect. You don't need to overdo that.
Okay.
But it's not the sports drink prior to the event. It's water prior to, and then when you're there, you need the calories of those sports drinks while you're out there. And that's not the time to skip back on calories while they're expending them. So the 300-calorie drinks, the 200 to 300 calories during that time is fine, because in an hour and a half practice, they're going to expend 600, 700, 900 calories out in that time.
Oh, sure. Are some sports drinks better than others?
There really isn't much of a difference. The thing you want to watch, though, because of the sugar levels and the concerns of parents, which are valid, because we've got so many carbohydrates and sugars in our kids nowadays, the Powerade Zero is not really for the activity. If they like the taste of it, that's much better to drink while they're playing video games or sitting around the house than the full Powerade or the Gatorade. So rather than drinking 200 or 300 calorie drink while they're sitting there playing a game, the Powerade Zero is great for that. But during the activity, they need the calories, and that's really when they want to get the full Powerade, or the G2 is another option because it only has 60 calories. So in a lighter practice or moderate thing, maybe hitting practice, batting, that type of thing, that's great. But if they're out there full playing and really putting out the effort, especially in football practice and soccer right now, a lot of running, they need the full Powerade or the Gatorades.
Okay, so skip the Zero. Now, are there key ingredients that you should be looking at on the label?
Well, they each try and say they're a little bit different. Some are a little lower in the sodium, and some are a little bit more in the calories, or a little less in it. But they're really the same thing. There really is not much difference into it. The Powerade tends to have a little bit more of the high fructose sugar into it. But again, that's not the time we really want to be too concerned about it. The rest of the day is when we really want to watch it. With their foods and drinks.
Now that a lot of kids are back in school, obviously, and they're playing, and it's still, triple-digit heat, what are some tips that you can give to a lot of parents and kids to help them keep safe?
Sure. There's 3 primary things we really want to look at. First, the kids have to get rest. They have to have at least 8 to 9 hours sleep each night, and it's not just before the night of the event. It leads up to it. It can take days to try and recover if you've had a short night. The other part of it is they've got to eat regularly. They need at least 4 meals in them before that evening practice. So it's breakfast, lunch, after school, and a light snack before they head out to practice, and then the bigger meal when they complete the practice. But it's steady throughout the day. And then hydrating. That 8 to 10 glasses a day is very important.
Regardless if you're in sports or not, really.
It doesn't make a difference. That's what we need just in our normal function. And then with the activity, we need to drink a little bit more, but that's your minimum that you need to have every day. And with their food, make sure that they're getting something consistent, and protein in each meal is real important to do.
Protein like the peanut butter, chicken.
Peanut butter, nuts, chicken, fish, egg whites, that type of thing, getting on a consistent basis makes a big difference on their energy level and recovery, especially at breakfast.
Okay, Bob Davis, it is great to have you. I know you'll stick around in our second hour, and you'll be talking to Scott. And of course, if you would like any more information, we've posted a link to his website. And just go to ours at 12news.azcentral.com. Scott?
All right, some great information. Thanks, you two.